Hey guys, Cabbage Short here, and today I'm going to be doing a Deepwoken theory. And then be talking about Deepwoken and some of its connections to the Cthulhu Mythos. Now before I talk about anything, I'm going to give a quick explanation of what the Cthulhu Mythos is. The Cthulhu Mythos is a mythopia and a shared fictional universe originating from the works of American horror writer H.P. Lovecraft. Now whatever you do, do not look up his cat's name. And we're going to be specifically talking about the Shadow over Innsmouth book that he made. Now before we get into anything else, the devs have stated before that they've taken some inspiration from the Cthulhu Mythos, and I'll play a clip for you right now.
What types of monsters are on the table to see in game? Zombies, giant spiders, etc.
Definitely more of a... I'd say there's more of a sea monster theme when you are...
The stuff of your nightmares, I think, is how I would describe it.
Definitely Lovecraftian inspiration.
Now that we have that, let's get into the meat of the video. Now I'm going to be talking about these monsters in Manga Monsters video, the monsters sus, which I refer to as the big men, in relation to the deep ones from Lovecraft's book The Shadow over Innsmouth. Now we're going to read a description of the deep ones. Now this is definitely going to be a mouthful. The deep ones are humanoid beings with fish, human, amphibian-like traits. They are described as having grayish, green, glossy, and slippery skin with white stomachs. They have scaled, rigid backs, as well as webbed and clawed hands and gilled necks. Notably, they have heads similar to that of a fish, with mouths filled with sharp teeth and eyes incapable of blinking. Now, the deep ones and the big men definitely look a lot alike, but let's look at some of the other similarities between Deepwoken and the Shadow of Innsmouth book. So in Agamatsu's video, we see him running away from the big man, and when he runs away, we see a random NPC. And now I was thinking, it was kind of weird for a random NPC to just be chilling in the middle of a town where monsters can spawn. But then I got to thinking, in the Shadow of Innsmouth book, there's a town which makes a pact with the deep ones. But I'm not gonna get into what the pact involves. But I feel like that would kind of explain why the NPC is just chilling there, because I feel like it wouldn't make any sense. I feel like that's the only way it makes sense. But let's get into some other stuff. Okay, so if you think the last thing was kind of a stretch, this is definitely going to be stretching it a bit. But we see the shrine, right? And wanna know who uses shrines? Like evil cult people. And this is what Akamatsu had to say when he was asked if the shrines related to anything cult related.
Question.
Okay.
So the churches that supposedly are for world travelers, does that have to do with like a cult or something?
Wait, no comment on that. That's just we can't go in that at all.
So Agamatsu doesn't really confirm or deny that the shrine is cult related or anything, but the way he says it, we can't get into it or whatever, I feel like it definitely has something to do with a cult. But that's kind of all I have for this video. Shout out to my boy Ray for helping out with some of this stuff, and if you like the video, subscribe. We'll probably make another Deepwoken theory in a week, so stay tuned.